This is the Red Bull Rant podcast. If you aren't expecting adult language, why even bother listening?
A few weeks back that it'd actually be beneficial if the New York Red Bulls missed out on the postseason. Are you sticking with that?
Sticking with that, Kay. I do think that the New York Red Bulls need a full reset. I haven't seen any material change from a few weeks back to now. They only have one win in their last 4 games, an absolute must-win against CF Montreal. But missing the playoffs for this team would serve as just a foundational reset. Yes, they've made the playoffs 15 consecutive seasons. It's a nice little number to have, but unfortunately, and I speak from experience here, me and Sasha, there's not enough silverware to show for it. A couple supporter shields are brilliant, fantastic. Regular season success is excellent. It's probably the best barometer for who the best team in the league is, but it doesn't equate to a ring. And New York Red Bulls haven't won an MLS Cup yet. And based on what I've seen from them this season, they're actually much further away from winning an MLS Cup than they were even last year, where they got hot and made the playoffs. I absolutely think if they miss the playoffs, that will serve as a good reset for them.
Dax is right. Listen, it's been a very disappointing season for the New York Red Bulls, especially coming off that magical run to the MLS Cup last season. You would expect them to build off of that this year, and it's been nothing of the sort. However, having said all that, it's still a derby game tonight. Still means a lot to your fans, and you have an outside chance at making the playoffs. You're probably going to have to go perfect and win all 9 points in the remainder of these last 3 games. It starts tonight with emotion, with battling, with fighting, showing the fans that you care and getting these much-needed 3 points.
Justin Hack with the takeaway for New York City. Plays it ahead. Nico Fernandez Marcal with the early goal. And City flying early at Sports Illustrated Stadium. It's a 1-0 game. 4 into the attack for the Red Bulls. Played ahead by Forsberg. Choupo-Moting on the move. Still Choupo-Moting. Paul, tie game. Gustavo off that left foot. And that ball is in the back of the net. Oh, Coronel was frozen. 2-1 game. It's Andres Perea. And just like that, City is back on top. Freeze. Gave it away to Carmona. Wiki Carmona. Choupo-Moting. Plays this. Top of the box. Tie game. Forsberg. The South Ward erupts. We're level at 2. This ball sent in. Go. New York City has the lead for the 3rd time tonight. Booted long by the Red Bulls. Surely their last chance. Off the head of Ayla. He's turned around. That is all full time. New York City comes to Sports Illustrated Stadium. What a win.
Welcome, my friends, to the show never ends. This is the Red Bull Rant. Sorry. This is the Red Bull Rant. I'm your host, Jason Ipico.
I'm Truman, and this is episode 497. Thus endeth the streak.
Now, this show may never end, but Red Bulls definitely
their season
had it.
ended for the most part.
Yeah. So I don't even know how to start this. The best part was the Red Bull season ended not because of themselves, but because of Chicago winning. I mean, granted, it's because of themselves for not taking care of business, but
right.
We didn't miss out on the playoffs during a game in which we weren't playing. That was the problem. Red Bulls, I have a special opening which Truman has not heard, but as you heard, Dax and Sasha Kleshner at the beginning before the game said. Dax was specifically saying not making the playoffs would be a good reset, which is something we've been probably saying for a bit now. And Sasha's like, even if it's not, this is New York City FC and you got to beat them. And God damn it, they didn't do either.
Yeah.
All right. Before we get into more of our thoughts, Blue Sky first. Do you have the responses on Blue Sky?
Hold on. I don't think there weren't. I think people are just. Hold on. Let me.
There was.
Oh well. No, we got one. We did get one. That was Chick Charnley saying hire Jim Curtin.
And that one was specifically after I asked the question about how people's thoughts on losing out in the playoffs because Chicago beat Miami in Miami for some reason to clinch their spot.
So
honestly,
that was it.
Honestly, hire Jim Curtin may not be a bad idea.
Yeah, he seems to get teams I mean,
he got him into the finals, right? Or no, I'm sorry. He was one COVID-laden match away from the finals with Philly.
Correct, and he gets his team usually to like a top 3 spot almost every season. So
yeah. By the way, that New York City FC title should have a huge asterisk next to it.
No shit. They played the Philly B team.
Yep. All right. Time for our likes and dislikes. Truman, you go first. What did you dislike the most about this match?
So much. But I will pick one, and that is Blue Team's second goal, where Carlos Coronel was, I don't know, talking to the fans, just flat-footed, standing around on a goal that definitely never should have gone in. It was a pass, a bump, but I mean, he was just so asleep on that play. That's the killer. That's the killer that they got even with him. And they gave up yet another goal for Blue Team to go ahead. Because they tied it and then they went ahead again, and it didn't really matter. But I think that's the one I think that hurt the most was that second goal.
For me, my dislike's gonna be the first goal because of how quickly that came. Can't give up a goal within the first.
Of this team.
I know you can't give up goals in two situations. One, the very beginning, the very end of halves, and two, within minutes of you scoring a goal. And they did both in this game because that first goal was in the second minute, and then the second goal was within 2 minutes of their goal, right? So New York City's second was within 2 minutes of our first.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a big game. Fans actually showed up for it, which was kind of surprising, honestly. I didn't think that many people would show up to this game. But you had a decent crowd, right? It was decent weather.
Yep.
The Red Bulls fans didn't quit. They did not quit on this team. And you give up that first goal and just completely take the energy out of the stadium. And then fuck it, I'm going to keep talking about it. Then the Red Bulls, the fans get their energy back. The team seems to feed off. It gets their goal, immediately gives it up again, and then it just kills the basically energy until halftime. Come out, score quickly after halftime. Right there was within 2 minutes of halftime starting.
2 minutes. Yep.
Whatever it was. Right, Red Bull fans are in it, and they actually held even for at least a little bit. But then, my God. I do not know what the fuck happened to our defense this year. And I know it's not the first time I'm saying it, but Jesus fucking Christ. Can we please just fucking defend?
Not this team this year, apparently.
Yeah, well, it won't matter now because the last 2 games are meaningless for us.
Yep.
So if the rest of the team wants to fuck off, or the whole team wants to fuck off for the last 2 games, whatever, it's not going to make a difference.
I mean, apparently they're not going to, which I consider completely crazy, but...
Well, except for Lewis Morgan.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's
honestly
he's fucked off for the whole season. So
we'll get to him in a minute, or a little bit later. I mean, is there anything to like about this match?
Yeah, what I like is that I didn't have to watch it live. Is that I went to see Bad Religion and Pennywise and a bunch of other awesome bands. So I didn't have to suffer through that trash.
Hopefully, you just watched the highlights.
I did watch the highlights, saw the score, went back, watched all the highlights. So I had a great Saturday night. Good bands. Outside, nice weather. Haven't seen Bad Religion in forever. Haven't seen Pennywise in even longer. Vandals, Face to Face. It was a great night. Great night for music.
Yeah, I'm the sucker who watched the game live.
Yeah, I would have been. If it wasn't for that, I would have been sitting on my couch watching it. So I got very lucky.
I want to play coach, but we have a problem with the soundboard. I'm not gonna do it. He deserves better than that.
Yeah.
But
this is even more embarrassing than what coach would say.
But I think this one is definitely appropriate.
They don't love to win.
They don't hate to lose.
Ain't that the truth?
All right,
George has never
afterthoughts.
been so more right.
Yeah. afterthoughts. This has nothing to do with the outcome of the game. I just want to make sure it's clear. I'm going to complain about this, but this has nothing to do with the outcome of the game. There was an injury late in the first half from New York City, and it wasn't a head injury, and the game got stopped. There was no reason to. He was not involved in the play. He was nowhere close. And the referee just stopped the game. I don't know why. You don't have to stop the game. You're not obligated. The Red Bulls were not required to stop it. There was no reason to fucking stop the game to treat the injury. And again, that has no outcome on the game because I don't think they would have scored even given that advantage. Hell,
Right.
they had 2 minutes up a man because of the guy who had an official injury thing. And I completely forgot what that rule this year. But he had to take the 2 minutes off the field because of the injury treatment, and they still couldn't do jack shit during the 2 minutes. So,
I mean, are you surprised?
no.
The worst part too is like NYCFC wasn't even really that great this year. They're at bottom of a playoff kind of, team. They didn't crush it. They weren't in first place, and this is a game that could have made a stand and at least try to hang in, and they just didn't.
New York City's third, but they played us like they were fighting for the playoff spot.
Right. I don't know.
And then, listen, I don't know what happened exactly with Raheem Edwards. There's an accusation that racist words were used. I don't know if ever came out, if there was ever a statement put out by the team or Edwards saying that didn't happen. But he got into it with the Torcida fans. And I'm going to put Torcida in quotes because I saw somebody online trying to claim that they weren't Torcida. I don't know. All I know is they were in black shirts and they were in the right section. So to me, that means that they were Torcida.
Mm-hmm.
But two things. One, and it's not necessarily right, but players need to understand that there are times you can go to the fans and talk, at times you don't. And right there was not a time to do it because the fans were not happy, right? We weren't officially out of a playoff spot, but it was very clear we weren't going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Emotions were high. Two.
And of course, they're going to blame every guy in the field. So, right, why go over there?
Right. But two, because you buy a ticket for the match does not mean you get to verbally abuse players. Regardless of if racism or not is there, you do not have the right to verbally abuse players. And the one video I saw had a guy jumping out of the section onto the field level, and I think police showed up. So unfortunately, after he looked like he got back into the section, but you buying a ticket does not give you a right to verbally abuse or enter the field level. Right? That's not what you do. Both of those things can be true at the same time.
Yeah, 100%. When you do shit to your own team, I don't care how bad your team is. You want to boo? Fucking boo. Boo all you want. Mets fans love to boo. Boo, 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 boo.
Booing is one thing. Booing to me is not abuse. It's just making it very clear how you feel about it.
Booing is just booing, right? I'm mad. Boo. Here's a sign. We're mad, right? Right. There's another level you don't do. You don't verbally abuse a player, no matter what you're saying, racist or not. You're a fucking adult at a sporting event. Is it changing your life? Right. Is the result of this game changing your life? Yeah, we do a podcast about it and we get mad. But is anything changing in my world because my team lost? No. What the fuck are you doing?
And we both of us are saying this as people who are emotionally invested in the Red Bulls, right?
Yes, and we go crazy over this team, completely crazy. We will say that players suck, right?
Yeah.
So-and-so sucks. We're going to say that. But I would never say something horrific or derogatory about one of my own players.
Correct.
Hell, I don't like Taylor Twellman, even though he was on the show once. I'm not going to say horrible things about his mom. To say he did Kickmatic. That's it, Kickmatic. Let's make fun of him because he did Kickmatic.
I forgot about that commercial.
I'd also have Taylor Twellman back on the show because he was a fantastic guest all those years ago.
Yeah.
He's just a nightmare to Red Bulls fans, that's all.
Basically, if you're not Miami, he's not for you.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
He's definitely never
Messi,
been for the
Messi.
stars of the Red Bulls.
Yeah.
All
right. Any other thoughts before we move away from this one?
No, I'm so fucking... Can we get back to beating this team every year, please? God.
So prediction standings, no change. Truman still in first. Well, You were going to be in first no matter what, but you're in first with 23 points, and I have 11. And I know you weren't here last week, but you officially won the belt. So.
Da, 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 da. It's the only thing related to Red Bulls that have been won this year.
Unless you count Gotham FC being third in NWSL and winning the Women's Champions Cup, or on the road to winning World Women's Champions Cup again.
They're not part of the Red Bulls.
Yeah, but they play in the same stadium.
Well, that's good.
It's a sad that the original tenant of that stadium, and I understand, and this is me saying this as a person who counts the Supporter Shield as a trophy, has won 0 league titles. You have Gotham FC winning a league title, and you had Red Bulls 2 winning a league title.
I was there for that.
But the other 2 teams that occupy that stadium, both or used to occupy that stadium, have won league titles.
Yeah.
So, hooray. Anyway, Red Bulls, 2 matches left before the season's mercifully over. First up is this weekend, Saturday, October 4th, 7:30 p.m. We'll take on FC Cincinnati in the home season finale at home. Cincinnati's record is 18-5-9, 59 points, a +8 goal difference, second in the Eastern Conference. Last 5 for Cincy in the league is 2 losses, 2 wins, and a draw. And the last time we played, Cincy was at Cincinnati on the opening day of the season, which was a 1-0 loss. And look how much distance has opened up between both teams since then. All right, Truman, you're up first. What do you think is going to happen on Saturday?
I think if the Red Bulls were smart, they'd take a dive on this game and lose intentionally and try to give Cincy the best opportunity to win the Eastern Conference. So I'm hoping they lose 2-0. They can say they're going to play all their players all they want. There ain't going to be no one at this game. Why would you be there unless you think you have a chance of getting one of the soccer balls the players kick out into the field? You might just go out on a big old fart at home. 2-0 loss.
I think what's going to happen is now that the season's over, we're going to absolutely destroy a team. Because why not? I'm going to say it's a 3-0 win. Because for some, it's just how fucking sports is sometimes, where that team has nothing to play for, but they play out of their fucking minds.
Yeah,
I can see that happening this weekend. They'll be like,
it ain't. But I like your positivity.
It's not being positive. This is me saying I think this is how it's going to happen. By the way, it just occurred to me. I forgot to mention this. Before the New York City match, do you remember the players saying that they needed the fans there and all the energy the fans bring because it helps them out?
Yeah.
I love how that's what they try to do before that game, and then they fucking laid a metaphorical egg.
Well, it got the offense fired up for a little bit.
For all
the
of
rest of the team, not so much.
A few minutes.
Yeah, the rest of the team, not so much.
All right. Red Bulls 2, last match, 2-1 win. Or sorry, 2-0, a 2-1 loss at FC Cincy 2. That puts their record at 16-5-6, 55 points, +11 goal difference. They're tied for first in the Eastern Conference with Philly on points, but I think they have a tiebreaker. Their next match is this weekend. It's the regular season finale. Sorry, well, they will host TFC 2. So it's Sunday, October 5th, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Gotham FC, since we last saw them, 3-0 win versus the Portland Thorns in the league. A goalless draw versus the Washington Spirit in the W Champions Cup. So in the league, their record is 9-7-6, 34 points, +13 goal difference, third in the league. And in the Champions Cup group stage, 3-0-1, 10 points, a +6 goal difference, first in Group B. So they're turning it on at the right time. Their next match is they will host the Seattle Reign on Sunday, October 5th at 4 p.m. With that, it is time for the F1 update.
What the fuck was he doing? Honestly, is he a fucking prick or what?
Please tell me you heard that one.
Yeah, I heard most of it, so that's good. I heard most of it. Hopefully everyone else heard it better than I did. We're in Singapore, which means one thing is that I will definitely not be watching the race live because I believe the actual start time is it's 8 a.m. I still won't be watching it live. I'll probably watch it in like an hour delay. It's a Sunday morning. I don't want to wake up at 8 o'clock to watch a race, but I'll watch it at 9. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't think this is a place that Max has a lot of success.
Actually, speaking of which, there was on Reddit for all the current tracks in the F1 calendar. This is the only one he has not won at.
So there you go. It would be really cool if he qualifies first again and wins a race. I mean, they clearly, like we talked about modifying the car a little bit. He's been racing better. He's been racing great. I'm excited. I'm excited that they're back again. I don't like those little weekends off, but go Red Bull.
And you gotta love how Max wins 2 in a row, and all of a sudden there's talk of him being back in the World Drivers' Championship.
Yeah.
I mean,
he also won some other race this weekend that wasn't Formula One. I don't know, whatever the hell it was.
It was a Nuremberg
ring, I think it's called.
Yeah, they have some endurance series. It was like a 6-hour endurance race, I think. It's his second race at Nuremberg because apparently a few weekends before he competed in a race that he was never going to win because by design he had to show he could drive on the track safely during a race.
Right.
But so it's the second official race at Nuremberg. I guess he wants to eventually enter the World Endurance Championship. I assume going for Le Mans or something. It needs to kind of build up.
I've raced on that
resume.
track. Did I ever tell you that? Did I ever tell you I raced on that track?
Which one?
The Nuremberg ring.
Yeah,
I was on it.
There's 2 games I'm thinking of. Gran Turismo?
Yeah, Gran Turismo. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I had a good time on that track.
I was trying to remember if you're an Xbox or PlayStation guy for a second, because that makes a difference apparently.
Yeah, PlayStation. Yep, Gran Turismo.
Yeah, the Xbox is the Forza series.
Yeah, hell of a track.
Challenging. I've actually I might have played that. I might have raced that in both games. Granted, the Gran Turismo would have been years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't owned the PlayStation since the PS2.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, I got into the Xbox 360 because some people I knew had it, so never bought a PS3. Never felt a reason to buy the PS4 because I didn't have games for it. So,
yep.
All right. With that, it's time for the dumping ground.
I'm the trash man.
You can say it. I saw your one note in there. There's one note.
The goddamn Jets.
That is a bad, poorly run football team.
Yeah. Aaron Glenn talked about accountability. Fired our punt returner week 1 after he fumbled the ball. I have not seen accountability since.
No. Joe Beninga, who is hilarious, said that if he fired everybody who made mistakes, there'd be no one left on this team.
Pretty much.
I mean, listen, if they cut down on the turnovers, they might win one of the games they lost. If they cut down on those and the stupid ass penalties, they probably win too.
They probably beat Miami. They probably beat Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Those are the 2 I think they would have won if they penalties alone gets them Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Penalties and turnover gets them Miami.
I mean, the fumble on the kickoff against the Steelers that cost them too. That was probably the biggest swing of that game.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it was the punt returner, but I said punt returner, but it was on a kickoff. And then, sure enough, we had another kickoff fumble to open up the fucking second half.
Yeah, that was a killer. The worst part about that game, is they go to Aaron Glenn before the half, and he goes, "Well, we're only down 7, and we get the ball back to start second half, and they fucking fumble the kickoff."
Yeah,
and you're like, "Oh my god!" Like shake your head.
And Allen also comes off with an injury. He's on the IR for at least a few weeks now.
Yeah.
And I know Justin Fields was never meant to be the guy. He was always meant to be the bridge till somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
But Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know if it's play calling or what, but week 1, he was like perfect. Now, granted, week 3 he didn't play, so whatever, but week 2 against the Bills, he sucked. This week against Miami, he sucked until garbage time. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened.
The problem is also, he's got one guy he can throw to, right? He's got one wide receiver. He has nobody else to throw the ball to, and they're running the ball well. So
And
what
even
the
then,
fuck do you do?
and even then, they're not consistent running the ball because Braylon Allen comes out and instead of just feeding Brees the rest of the game, they fucking keep their rotation going.
Right. Well, they'll also run it well until they fumble on the 1 yard line.
Yeah,
get
that
the ball
too.
away when they're about to score a touchdown.
70-yard drive, which is pretty much nothing but runs, and you just fumble it away right there.
Yeah. But the Giants won and Pat was there, so there's that.
I'm pretty sure we're not going. I can't remember who we're playing this week. Oh, the Cowboys. That's right. We're going to lose that.
Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys.
I'd say we might have a chance, but we might because the Cowboys have tied a game that was 40-40. So
right, and the Giants also should have beaten them, not let them walk down and get a tying field goal. So and throwing a terrible interception.
But I legitimately can see the Jets going 0-17 this year. Right, aside from their in-conference games, they got the Cowboys, the Broncos. The Broncos apparently are decent this year.
Yeah.
The Panthers, who I am not.
They suck.
They suck, but they
also blew out the Falcons somehow.
They blew out the Falcons. They were close with the Cardinals. Yeah, so it's whatever. The Bengals, which fuck that, you're not winning that game. The Browns, maybe you can beat the Browns. I don't know. The Patriots, who all of a sudden look halfway decent. Imagine that. Good coaching. That's all I needed.
Right.
The Ravens, who, as much as they're a mess, can still beat us. Which, that game's in Baltimore. I'm not going to go to it. The Falcons will probably lose.
Why would you?
The Falcons, the Dolphins again. Let's get those. The Jaguars and the Saints. I mean...
Listen, you could beat the Saints. You could beat the Patriots at home. You could beat the Dolphins at home. Panthers, who the fuck knows? Falcons, who the fuck knows? The Saints are terrible.
Can we?
It's not going to matter because they're going to be so far out of it.
I don't think we can beat the Dolphins, and I don't think we can beat the Dolphins.
I don't think there's going to be anybody
home.
left on that team. Tua's going to be out concussed again by the time they play him. Hill's gone, right? The top receiver. So
that's honest. That's the only way I think it happens.
They're not even sniffing it. But I think they can eke out 5 wins. I think they can eke out 4 or 5.
You're more optimistic about that than I am.
Yeah.
We joked when the season started, right before the season started for the Jets and Giants, which of the Red Bulls compared to the Jets and Giants combined can get to 13 wins. And I told you over text, I don't think either is going to make it, and I don't think the Red Bulls are going to do it right now when they're at 12.
Yeah.
Well, watch. They'll prove me wrong and somehow win number 13 this week anyway.
Right. No, you know what's going to happen? Red Bulls are actually going to win their last 2 games, and it won't matter whatsoever.
No, it won't.
That's what's going to happen. There's a really strong prediction for you. They will win these 2 games, and it will mean nothing because that's how our teams operate.
But we still improved because we have more points than last year.
Great. Unfortunately, every other team got better around them.
Yeah. All right. Anything else for Dumping Grounds?
That's another episode. That's the end of the season. No. Giants won, so that was fun.
So we're at 497 in theory because they're going to have the international break, right? So if we do another episode next week, which is the recap for Cincy, then a episode to preview Columbus, 500 is going to be the week after Columbus.
So 500 would be the wrap-up show, right?
Yeah. If we do that.
I think we're gonna do. We'll get some. I don't know. We'll get a guest on or something.
God, who knew the 500 episode would be the we suck episode?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else for Dumping Grounds?
No, I got nothing.
Just because I can see the score, it looks like the Yankees are about to advance out of the wild card round.
Yeah. It's like
after going down 1-0 in the series to Boston.
Yep. Boston choked.
All right. With that, it's time for Truman's Terrible Team of the Week.
I hate giving credit to teams I hate, but I like seeing teams I also hate get annihilated. So DC lost at home 6-0 to the Philadelphia Union. We think we had a bad year. DC. Yegad. How about both teams making MLS Cup last year are not making the playoffs? Both teams that went to MLS Cup.
I don't think it's the first time it's happened, but yeah, that's not good.
You're right, probably not, but I mean, that is fucking brutal. But DC, I think, is a point better than the Galaxy right now.
Which is
rough.
saying something. Which is saying something considering how the Galaxy started the year.
They were a complete disaster.
Let's see. So LA sits 24 points. DC sits 25. Yep. 1 point better. God, it sucks. I honestly don't know how the Red Bulls could go from, or even the Galaxy in this case, go from being in the MLS Cup final, seemingly improve their team, and then miss out on the playoffs. And yes, I understand the rest of the East also got better, right? Because the number to hit the playoffs apparently was 50 for the Eastern Conference, at least. The Western Conference right now it's 38. That's where number 9 is.
Wow. Jesus.
Yeah. But I mean, come on.
It's a hell of an Eastern Conference this year.
Yeah. And just imagine if we had converted a few of those road draws into wins. Even just 2 or 3. 2 or 3 is all you would have needed.
Yep. And they would have right still fighting up to the last week of the season.
So if we add 4 points, okay, 4 points gets us at least the 9th. 47. Oh, no, sorry, that's 47 points. We still be 3 points off, but still, we wouldn't be out of it.
Yep.
All right. Let's wrap this one up. You can visit us at patreon.com/Red Bull Rant. $1 a month gets you exclusive content whenever we decide to do it, which we got to put together that show about the stadiums.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I forget that off the top of my head, but I got Dan to name his top 3.
Okay.
Last week. So, I want to thank our producers, Jeremiah Dempster, Steven Santos, Eddie Delecto. Thank you for supporting the show. Email us, redbullrant@gmail.com. If you want to call us, 973-348-5329. Facebook.com/redbullrant. Blue Sky at Red Bull Rant for the show, at Doc the Stooge for myself, at the Truman for Truman. Instagram and Threads at Red Bull Rant. Subscribe via iTunes, YouTube Music, YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you can find a podcast. Last words before we get out of here.
Don't fucking embarrass yourself this weekend. All right, just don't fucking embarrass yourself. Maybe give these fans one last thing to celebrate. You suck. You're not making the playoffs. The best thing we did the last time we make the playoffs was blow out Toronto at home 5-0, so they couldn't make the playoffs. So I don't know. Give the fans something to cheer for this weekend.
Yeah. All right. With that, for Truman and myself, this has been episode 497 of the Red Bull Rant. Thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, go Red Bulls.
See you later.